Here's a question here. Notre Dame has the #1 recruiting class. Technically, they've with the recruitment and the commitment of Jason Moore to Ohio State, they technically have fallen to #2, although the point still holds. Are they doing the old A&M Miami routine for these recruits? No, no, they're not. I think that Notre Dame has a very reasoned approach to NIL. It's really hard to tell, what exactly is going on with these NIL stories that you hear. Nobody really knows. But I think when Notre Dame, there still is some truth that Notre Dame is going to recruit certain guys and not certain, and they're going to miss on certain guys. Dante Moore is an example of that. If Nike said, hey, we're going to offer you this amount of money if you come here and you play for Oregon to Dante Moore, then there's nothing Notre Dame can do about that. But Notre Dame is going to have a very reasoned approach to NIL. They just announced, their NIL movements that, Brady Quinn is kind of heading up a little bit. And I think that, when you sit down with a player and their family and say, here's our plan, we're not going to offer you $5 million and, a Lamborghini, but we're going to make it so that you can get a good exposure. We're going to get you some regional businesses and, you're going to learn how to, do this before you become an NFL player, make a little bit of money, play in a place where you get a ton of notoriety and a lot of eyes on you. I think that's appealing to a lot of teams, a lot of players. Even though some teams are, kind of operating outside those parameters just a little bit and probably pushing that NIL a little bit differently than what Notre Dame can do.